When I start a new work, it's definitely not always in a surrounding this relaxing and serene, but it was a really nice change of pace. I went on a little vacation for a few days with my girlfriend and my dog, just at this cabin in the woods where the goal was just relaxation, but at the same time I was kind of on the clock because I wanted to make a new work for an exhibition that I was taking part in. And that is, at this point in the video, I still had like a week to finish it, and I was just starting the drawing, and then I also wanted to make a custom frame for it, as I do sometimes if you've seen my videos before. So over the course of 4 days, I just very slowly started by getting a head start on this drawing, so I at least had like the sketch fully mapped out, and then some of the background, as you see here, already filled in. I've arrived back home, and I didn't really get that far with the drawing. I basically only just like filled in the background here. I'm gonna mostly use graphite for this piece, so it is, I mean, the background here is a big part of the tedious work, so I will be able to finish it quite quickly. Again, I'm working very close to a deadline because it's now, wait, what day is it? It's Friday now, and Sunday we're gonna build the exhibition, and this should be ready. Now, it doesn't really matter, I can also like bring it later, but ideally it will be ready by Sunday. Now, this drawing will be ready in like 2 hours if I really put myself to it, or like let's say 3 hours. But the thing is, I also want to make a frame, and that will take like a little bit more work. I don't really have any wood at hand that I would usually use, and as smart as I am, obviously today the stores are closed because it's a national holiday in Belgium. But then I remembered that I had some leftover wood that I got from Thijs, one of the persons I'm doing the exhibition with, and I also did the residency with. At the end of the residency, he gave me these 2 pieces of wood that I think I can use for this. And then it would also be a fun link, like obviously in the exhibition, because his work is also there. I'll quickly show you. So it's basically 2 of these, like pretty odd shapes. It's just leftovers from something he made in the past. But I think if I can somehow put these together, it'll be perfect to make a frame out of, because I don't need that big of a piece. Because as you can see, like the bottom part of these 2 pieces should be big enough for this drawing. Wait, I have to scoot it over a little bit more. So I think it will be perfectly possible to like use this part, cut the top off, but I actually want to sequence, but I want to make an extra bottom part for a drawn element, and then also on the top I also want to include another little drawing. So I will have to see if it will work, because I obviously will have to like kind of glue these 2 parts together. But as you can see, they're not like perfectly, there's like a little bit of a gap here. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but that's not ideal. But then again, it would be fun if I can make the frame out of this, I think. So I will just start getting to work on this, because the drawing will be easier to finish quickly, like in an evening. But I really like having daylight when I'm working with the wood, and I'm also going to be working outside. So I'm going to try to finish the frame first and then go for the drawing. Alright, it's now evening. As you saw, I tried to make a more clean cut and make it so that the 2 pieces would fit together perfectly. But that didn't really go as planned completely. Behind me here you see the pieces being glued together. I'm gonna leave them here till the morning, I think, to have the most chance of them sticking together. They still had like gaps, but I think I'm just gonna maybe fill them with wood filler if that's necessary. I just hope the gaps won't be too big so that it's too unstable when it dries with the wood glue. It has become evening. It's getting dark pretty quickly these days. So I was just able to like finish this, and then I had to go for a walk with my dog. So now it's dark outside. But that does give me the chance to now work on the drawing. As I said, it's easier to like do this in the evenings than work on the wood part. I really hope tomorrow morning this will be strong enough to work with. If not, I might go to the hardware store anyway, get another piece of wood if I have enough time, and make the frame out of that. We'll see, because otherwise I just won't have enough time to finish this before Sunday. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking and just get on with it. Alright, and now we'll just start talking again anyway, because I do think I have some explaining to do. Maybe for starters, welcome. My name is Thomas. If you're new here, I'm a visual artist and illustrator from Belgium. With these videos, I want to capture and share my process and my artistic vision with the people who want to watch it. So if you're watching it and you're interested, thank you for being here. Maybe consider subscribing if you're enjoying yourself. And then I also really quickly wanted to talk about this artist residency thing that you've heard me mention a couple of times, and why it is relevant for this video or for this work that I'm making. Basically, in April and May of this year, me and 3 other artists went on a 3-week artist residency, which basically just means that you are invited, or you go to a specific location where you make art for a certain period. For us it was 3 weeks, where you just are making kind of like non-stop, because at the end there's most of the time an exhibition. So that also means that the works that we made at that residency have already been shown in an exhibition. This was during the summer, but then 2 of the artists that were part of those 3 weeks, Hannah and Thijs, they started their own gallery in Turnhout in Belgium, and they basically asked us if we wanted to give the exhibition a part 2, which was a very cool idea. Also a very nice way to link it to their new gallery. So the exhibition from the residency was moved to their gallery, but I did want to make like at least 1 new work, so that's what you see me working on in this video. Alright, it's now a little later in the evening. It's not that late yet, it's like 10 past 11, but usually I'm starting to go to bed at this time. But I did finish the drawing, as you saw. Very happy with how it turned out. I'm actually, yeah, I'm happily surprised with myself. I think it's a very interesting drawing to look at. The composition is interesting. Maybe it's a little bit static, but then again it's also very calm, which I like, because it's like calm but also like a little bit like you're not sure what's going on. So I think that's a fun combination. And it's also like a little bit different than what I would usually do. So I'm happy that I did like a little bit of an experiment, or like I went a little bit out of my comfort zone, which really paid off, I think. And then I also spent like a lot of time on mapping out the frame for tomorrow. So that will be for tomorrow. I will have like a lot more work on this. I actually already took out the 2 pieces out of the clamps, because I'm very impatient. I was pretty sure that I could feel like if they like kinda were sticking, or if they were not sticking at all. I was pretty sure that after like the time that had passed, it was like I think 2 or 3 hours, that I would be able to notice if it would like work or not at all. And it does actually stick. I'm quite pleased with that. There are still like quite some gaps, as you can see on this side as well. So we'll have to see tomorrow how I fix that. And also it's like not even at all. But yeah, I mean, I will figure that out. Maybe I will just sand it all down. But it's not like this will be the front. So because these are the nicer pieces, and then here on the back, I made an entire plan. I'm also gonna try something completely new tomorrow. I really hope I'm gonna have enough time for all that. But I wanna try using actual glass in the frame. I've never done it before. The frames are usually just like, as you saw maybe with that example, I don't know if I talked about this one. It's just like a wooden piece that sticks on the back of the frame. Wow, I was looking for the word. But there's no real like protection in front. There's no glass here like a frame usually would have. But I got myself a glass cutter, if that's even a thing. It's like this thing. I don't know if anyone has ever used this before. It's like it should be like a very small blade that is like round. That's and then I also got a frame from the thrift store, this beautiful thing that has glass here that I want to try cutting. Is it gonna work? I have no idea. I'm gonna try that tomorrow. I think that would be very cool if in the future I can use actual glass in my canvases or in my frames. I did also do some research, and you can also like order them online to size, but it's not that expensive. It's like 30 euros for something of like 50 by 50. But then again, this was 3 euros and the tool was 10 euros, so it would be very cool. Also, just if I can do it myself, also to like make custom shapes. That would be very cool. But we'll see about that tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Alright, excuse the rather unique camera angle. I actually have, can you even see me? Okay, doesn't really matter. All you have to see is this here, and this is the frame that I was working on. As you maybe saw, I broke it into two pieces, or actually, yeah, no, two pieces. It's like split again on the initial glue line of the two pieces, and then it also broke on like a weak point here on the side. But I just arrived back home because I went out with some friends, and I'm very curious to see if it actually held up. I'm pretty confident that it did. Let's see. Alright, it's again a little bit stuck to the paper. It's not really a problem, just the backside. Okay, it is. It's attached again. It's still like, I mean, it's pretty logical that this is kind of feeling flimsy. It's pretty thin, but that's okay. I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. I mean, I really rushed, so it's not the cleanest. It's not I might try and sand it a little bit more in a minute. I'm gonna try to like finish it tonight, because tomorrow morning we're leaving to the exhibition. I'm actually quickly gonna check if the drawing actually even fits in here. Let's check it like this. Alright, so the corners are maybe a little bit... Okay, no, it does work. Perfect. Nice. I can, if needed, I can like cut the corners a little bit more. Wait, I'll try it on the other side as well, so we can see what it will look like. Because I made like these two little pieces, or you maybe saw that I have these two extra circles cut out, here and here. And I actually wanted to use this thingy that's from a piece I made for the exhibition from the, like in the first version of the exhibition that was broken in the initial showing of the exhibition. But I want to repurpose it. I think I maybe already showed it in this video. I don't know what I talk about. I talk so much sometimes that I don't really remember what I said. But I wanted to like make it like kind of an homage to that piece that got broken. And it's also fun that it's like still in the exhibition in the smaller part. And then I had like more space in the wood of the canvas, so I thought like maybe I can just make another little piece, and I made this like a little piece of wood that just about fits in here. Might even be like a little bit too big. I might have to remake it a little bit smaller. But this is the idea. Wait, I'll show you. So we have the main drawing here, the one you saw me working on. Then the part of the frame that got broken, and then a little, yeah, I think it's a little bit too big. I might have to like make it a little bit, remake it a little bit smaller. It's quite a, will be quite quick fix. But I think it will be cool. I am now gonna try to like cut the glass that I think I mentioned also already in this video. That's something that I've never done. I've never used that tool, and I have no idea if it will work. I'm sitting on a clamp. All right. So I'm just quickly gonna try it. It's not that late yet. So I have like 1 to 2 hours left in me for this evening, and let's finish this thing off so we can put it in the exhibition tomorrow. Ja, het is zo een beetje, het is niet helemaal clean afgegaan, maar...
Zie, dat weet iedereen.
Ik
heb zoveel blijven herhalen dat het iedereen gaat vervelen.
Ja, de rest met die grote dingen?
Misschien kunt... You have made it to the end of another video. Congratulations and thank you very much. This one was a little bit longer in the making. I usually post like every 2 to 3 weeks, but then this one I think took almost a month because I was doing this project like in between other stuff. It was quite busy. And then again, I also don't really want to pressure myself into like posting every 2 to 3 weeks, because I think if I make it too much of like a schedule, I will get bored with it, or it will very quickly lose its enjoyment of making these videos, which I still very much do enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them. Yesterday was the opening of the exhibition, which went great. There were a lot of people. It was always fun to like interact with people in real life about your work. If anybody is interested in going there, be sure to check out the Instagram page of Galerie Ofwel of Niet. If you're in Belgium or in the neighborhood. If you're not in Belgium, also go check them out, because they have a really great concept going on with their window gallery and then the exhibition space. And then I think there's not really much more to say for me. If you have any questions, as always, or regards, or something you just want to share with me, be sure to do so in the comments below. If you enjoyed yourself at any point through the video, maybe like the video or even subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. And then there's nothing more to say for me than thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.